Episode 260. And they left in a hurry. Yeshu's Lord Grim led the way.
Where are we headed?
Somo-chan asked.
They definitely have more people coming. At first, they didn't know where you went. But the moment you showed up here, the pursuers from the main city, in the Glazed Lands, and those from Harder Village will all start heading towards the Skywood Forest.
This route we're taking now will let us avoid anyone coming from those directions.
Concealed Light actually chimed in from behind.
Yeah, that's right. Why dodge? Give them a head-on blow!
Tang Ru said at that moment.
In a fight with the same numbers as before, we definitely have the upper hand. But this kind of deadlock won't lead anywhere. Even if we kill them again and again, in the end, they'll be the ones who get what they want.
What? What are they really after?
They're hindering our leveling, slowing us down. Right now, it looks like the elite experts from all the major guilds are hunting us. But I'm certain, in each guild, at least 2 or 3 elite teams are still pushing through dungeons to level up. And what about us? In this war of attrition, even when we win, we're the ones who lose time. For these big guilds, they can afford to grind their characters into the ground. They have manpower to spare and accounts to burn. They can treat these characters as disposable, but we can't afford that luxury.
Yeshu had explained it clearly, knowing Tang Ru as a new player wouldn't fully grasp these high-stakes dynamics of the online game world.
So what should we do now?
The dungeon is still the dungeon. What they fear most is us setting a record they can't beat. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Only by doing that can we truly shatter their plan. Understood? Hey, what? Another dungeon? I thought we agreed to have a spar.
Your team skills are pretty solid. And this Ghostblade kid I've never seen before seems pretty sharp too. Let's go. Let's have a spar.
Huang Xiaoshen cried out in surprise. To be praised as impressive by Huang Xiao himself, Qiao Yifan's heart swelled with genuine excitement. It seemed he had chosen the right path in mastering the Phantom Ghost. Then I'll have to train even harder in the future to truly show what I'm capable of. If young Master Huang praised him every time he saw him, then Qiao Yifan believed their captain Wang Jixi's judgment couldn't be far off either. It must have been the unsuitable class that was holding his true strength back. That's why he'd been overlooked all this time. Qiao Yifan was elated by the pro's praise, and it undoubtedly gave him a huge confidence boost. But right now, this line of thinking was getting a bit ahead of itself. Huang Xiaoshen praised him only because this was in the game, treating him as just an ordinary player. For an ordinary player to perform like that, it was absolutely worthy of being called impressive. But if Huang Xiaoshen had known Qiao Yifan was also a pro player from the start, his perspective would have been completely different. Yi Xiu and So Mucheng had also pulled off plenty of impressive moves during the fight. Huang Xiaoshen hadn't praised him once. It was precisely because the standard for judgment was different. Qiao Yifan had only formally begun training as a phantom demon a few days ago, yet he was already a completely different person. Someone even a top-tier pro had to look at in a new light.
But it's not that easy.
Thank you for the praise, senior. Qiao Yifan's voice was brimming with delight. It's a misunderstanding. But it was a pretty good misunderstanding. What Qiao Yifan lacked was confidence, and this beautiful misunderstanding gave his self-assurance a significant boost.
Senior, what senior? Who are you calling senior? Just who are you?
Huang Xiaoshen suddenly sounded surprised.
My name is Qiao Yifan.
Qiao Yifan was also startled. He answered hesitantly.
Qiao Yifan, you are.
Huang Xiaoshen was a meticulous person by nature. That single word, senior, was enough for him to deduce Qiao Yifan's identity. After all, only someone from the professional circle would use that kind of address. In online games, people aren't usually this polite, calling someone senior. Even if they were, Huang Xiaoshen and this guy had just met. Given his skill level, he's no rookie. So how can he be so sure he's the senior and not the junior here?
This guy's from the pro scene, and he's figured out who I am. But who the hell is he? Which team are you from? Call me senior, are you a rookie?
Huang Xiaoshen's judgment was truly formidable. Without any prompting, he'd already pieced most of it together. Qiao Yifan, however, could tell something was off in Huang Xiaoshen's tone and didn't know how to respond.
What are you calling senior? Me? Wow, how did I become a senior all of a sudden? Who calls people like that? Is this a 我姐drama?
Meanwhile, Huang Xiaoshen was fighting here, haha, while sending messages to Ye Xiu and So Mucheng over there.
Holy sh!
Holy shit.
Shit, what if my identity's exposed? Who is this guy? Damn it, I can't believe I'm actually playing an online game. If I get spotted, I'll never live it down. Cover for me quick! Cover for me, cover for me! Hey!
So Mucheng cleared her throat.
Yifan, just who do you think he is?
Qiao Yifan stammered out. Huang hung twice, unsure how to address him. Calling him just Huang Xiaoshen felt disrespectful. Wang Shao was more familiar, something only close friends would use face to face. Senior Huang Xiaoxing? Well, that should have been the most fitting one. But the word senior seems to have hit another nerve and really ticked the great god off.
Huang Xiaoxian.
So Mucheng simply said it for him. Song, you bastard. Huang Xiaoshen typed and sent the message in half a second. Then he hastily added an explanation.
Hey kid, you've got quite the imagination. How could I possibly be Huang Xiaoxian?
You're not. Qiao Yifan froze.
He's not.
So Mucheng picked up the thread.
How could he possibly be Huang Xiaoshen? Tian, he's a guy who'll drive you mad with his noise, buzzing around like a fly. You can't stand being near him for even a second. This Liu Miu fellow does have a bit of Huang Xiaoshen's style, though he's not even 1/10,000th as annoying. Wouldn't you say, Nimo?
Huang Xiaoshen let out an awkward chuckle as he frantically sent messages to So Mucheng,
Your grandpa, your grandpa, your grandpa's a...
only to receive a smug sunglasses wearing emoji from So Mucheng in reply. Huang Xiaoshen was in tears and instead sent a message to Ye Xiu.
Don't you have a boss who can ring him in?
Before Ye Xiu could even speak, Qiao Yifan had already made his stance clear. He wasn't a fool. Between So Mucheng's exaggerated description and Liu Miu's strange reactions, he was now completely certain this person was undoubtedly Huang Xiaoshen. But it was clear the god-level player had no intention of admitting his identity, much less being recognized. Qiao Yifan finally grasped this point, and he hurriedly said,
I see. My mistake there.
Huang Xiaoshen wasn't treating anyone like a fool. He knew perfectly well that with this move, Qiao Yifan had actually recognized him. But judging by the meaning in those words, Qiao Yifan was clearly willing to play along and pretend not to know. So, his own identity was still safe. Huang Xiaoshen let out a long sigh of relief, only to hear steamed bun invasion and concealed light muttering beside him.
What the hell is a Huang Xiaoqian? That name sounds kinda familiar.